Hello, everyone. Well, the FMCSA is finally cleaning house. Outdated registration is getting a major overhaul to fight freight fraud and streamline the process for legit carriers and other brokers in the industry. Today, we're going to go over the bullet point details on the new system and how it benefits you. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Tim. This is Freight Master Resources. And typically we do videos for brokers, carriers, and almost anyone in the industry by providing tips, information, news update, and resources. Okay? So if you like that type of content, thank you for subscribing, and don't forget to hit that bell notification and share these videos. Okay? So essentially the problem, right? Part one of this, the problem, the FMCSA admits its current system for registering motor carriers, brokers, and freight forwarders is outdated and vulnerable to fraud, right? Light bulb. We've been saying this for a while, as in the beginning when a lot of this was getting, how do I want to say, ramped up. It seemed like the double brokering and these phishing scams, these email scams and things that were being, it just sort of like exploded, right? The industry got flooded with a whole bunch of fraud and scams and identity theft, and it's just been a nightmare, right? And they're finally stepping up and taking notice, and I'm very glad to hear this. This was announced at MATS. Again, we're just going over the bullet points of this so that you understand without having to go through all the rest of the mumbo jumbo. Examples of weaknesses include hundreds of carriers registered at a single address and mocking email addresses, right? That's been kind of a problem with vetting carriers as a freight broker, because these bad actors, and not to pick on carriers, but these bad actors posing as carriers are turning around and double brokering those loads. All right. So what's their solution? All right. The FMCSA will completely overhaul its verification processes to improve security and prevent fraud. All right. Those key challenges include eliminating MC numbers and using USDOT numbers as their sole identifier, implementing stricter identification and business verification tools during registration, verifying information in real time, reducing redundancy for applicants, phasing out arbitrary wait times, and processing paperwork over weekends and holidays, right? So all of that's going to get expedited. Also establishing user accounts for all entities in the system, okay? And finally, actively monitoring carrier contact information. So yeah, it sounds like a lot of these like virtual offices and things like that, that these MCs have been registered to, they're gone. So what's the timeline for all of this? All right. In the next 90 days, they will be implementing initial verification measures for new applicants and existing registrants. Okay. They are also going to clean up the database by removing fraudulent registrations. Okay. By October 1st of this year, they are going to launch a completely revamped registration system with improved user experience. So that'll be sort of exciting to see, how that looks and its functionality and, how actual user friendly it will be. What are the benefits of all of this? Okay. Increased security and reduce fraud in the trucking industry, improved efficiency and streamlined registration process for legitimate businesses, and better communication between the FMCSA and industry stakeholders. Okay. So the FMCSA will reach out to existing entities about the changes. So expect to be contacted by them, kind of going over what these changes are. carriers and others, right, brokers, freight forwarders, should be cautious of impersonation scams and contact FMCSA field offices for verification. All right. The overall message here from the FMCSA is that they acknowledge its shortcomings and is committed to work with the industry to create a more secure and efficient registration system. This is a positive step towards a safer and more reliable trucking industry. I don't feel like it's going to be the end of freight fraud and things, but I do think that it is a good leap, a good step forward toward combating that. Again, this is something that I kind of touched on in previous videos within the past year, sort of, that they needed to do something about this, because while you look at the FMCSA like so many brokers might, or carriers, they're active on the FMCSA because you're not using highway or even eCarrierCheck, or any of those, Carrier 411. You're not vetting through your factoring company, right? You're not running credit checks. You're just, oh, it's a great rate, and let's go. Or whether, and it doesn't matter what side of the table you're on. As a carrier, oftentimes if that rate seems too good to be true, it probably is. And so we need to make sure that we're vetting brokers thoroughly. Okay. And then likewise for brokers, just looking on their, on Safer and saying, oh, okay, they've got one truck, one driver, they've been active for a month and a half, and they're willing to do it for this rate. Right. And you get all giddy and, feeling good inside and whatever. No, we've got to properly vet. So I hope that this kind of enlightened everybody as to these upcoming changes and things, and kind of highlights all of that without having to go through the whole mumbo jumbo if you weren't at Matt's or you missed it. So again, I would like to thank everybody who likes, shares, subscribes to these videos. Please don't forget to check out our sponsors, our partners. They are members in the group and they are active. Really great companies. They help out the channel. And so, like Operfi, for instance, I'm going to brag them up once again because they are just some really great people over there, really great company. I mean, they're just stand-up people, right? Danny from Operfi has his channel, Haul and Cash. So if you haven't seen that, definitely check out his channel. A lot of great industry knowledge. To my understanding, most, if not everybody at Operfi has real world industry experience as a carrier, as a broker, as fleet owners. So they understand. They're not just processing invoices for their fee, right? They're providing education, information, all these things. They're really more of a partner, right, than a service that you're using. So there are links down below in the description. If you would like to get in contact with them, just fill out the contact form. They will get it, and someone will reach out to you very, very quickly. DAT, if you don't have DAT but have been wanting it, the good people over there have provided us with a discount. You get 10% off your monthly fee for 12 months. eCarrierCheck, which I really need to get the guys back on here again because they just did this update on eCarrierCheck. And again, don't forget to check out their channel. A lot of really great information over there. Again, people who are familiar with the industry, worked in the industry. They're not just some software company, right? And that's the one thing I really love about having, these companies associated with the channel and with the Facebook groups. It's just, I don't know, gives me the fizz, right? The warm and fuzzy feeling that, these are good companies good stand-up people. But yeah, eCarrierCheck, they just did this update, and I kind of don't want to give too much away until I have the guys on. But essentially, they're a CRM. There's what, over 40,000 shippers listed in there, carriers to vet, brokers. It's really a great way to network, grow, source leads, and so much more. So if they actually have provided us as well, if you don't already have eCarrierCheck and you sign up and use the code FreightMaster10, that's FreightMaster and then 10, you get 10% off your first 3 months. So I'm hoping that I can get the guys on sometime soon. We'll do a live with them with the Q&A at the end or something, and kind of go over the new update to eCarrierCheck, because it is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I love it. I pretty much fire it up every Monday morning, right? And it stays on my computer until, late Friday evening. I'm hardly ever off that page other than check emails or something. So don't forget to check them out. Really great companies. It helps out the show and keeps bringing these videos to you. With that, I hope everybody's having a great day. You have a great week. And as always, be kind to one another. Bye-bye now.